Hi guys, and today we are looking at one of my immortal locos, as I call it. This and Polly are mortal to me, and people know why. Yeah, I forgot I hadn't reviewed this at any point, so it's due for review. Yeah, this video, there's two versions going out. There's one without the history and one with the history, depending on what you're watching, depending on what you get. So yeah, this logo came out about 2000. It's one of the Hornby's better years, the 2000s. And this one is King Stephen. Here is some model information on the King class. Manufacturers like Lima, Hornby and Graham Farish have released a King loco. I believe there's one in O-Gauge too. I can't think of the manufacturer. There's also one in kits. Hornby started releasing theirs from I think the mid 70s to now. So let's really start at the front of the loco as I always do. It does have metal sprung buffers, so I don't know if you can tell. They are metal and sprung. It has a vacuum pipe, a hook as well. It has the number of the loco in a lovely Great Western print, which is 6029. We have a separately plied handrail, goes all the way around the loco's boiler and front. Separately plied smoke pot dart. We have the cylinders there. We have some steps, you don't know if you can see that, some steps there. And then we have the iconic Great Western front bogie or truck, depending on your preference. And we also have some lining on the cylinders here. And 4 lamp irons too, and a copper chimney. As we move on to the side of the loco, we have 2 little holders there, which are for the spare lamps. We have a pipe, we have the metal workings, rods and stuff. We have the name plate. We have an orange and black lining on the boiler and on the splashes too. We also have the gold below the nameplate. And we have that continuous handrail all the way around. We have the safety valves and the whistles. As we move on to the cab area, we have the glazing on the front of the cab and the side window of the cab. We have some vents that are moulded. We also have rivets too on the front, on the top roof and on the side. We have, I believe, them red dots there of the axle loads, the route availability basically. We have separately plied handrails. We have lining on the steps of the tender as well as the front, as well as the cab, which you can't see, so I'm sorry. And there's no detail in the cab, it's just 2 men, and that's about it. As we move on to the tender itself, we have the water bit there. We also have the coal, which is not too bad. It's one of Hornby's better loads. We have handles here that you move to get the water out, scooping from the rails. We have the Great Western and crest lettering with the lining of the red and black. We also have separately plied handrails at the front and the back of the loco. And then we have the traditional 3-wheeled Great Western tender. As we move on to the back of the tender, as we see here, we have 2 separately plied thin handrails and 2 even smaller ones there and there. We have a vacuum pipe, sprung buffers, big D coupling. We also have some lining too, and we have 4 steps. GWR 6000 class, the Great Western 6000 class or King class is a class of 460 steam locomotive designed for express passenger work, introduced in 1927. They were the largest locomotives built by the Great Western, apart from the unique Pacific, the Great Bear. The class were named after kings of the United Kingdom and of England, beginning with the reigning monarch King George V, and going back through history. They handled the principal Great Western expresses on the main line from London to west of England, on the Great Western main line to Birmingham and Wolverhampton until 1962, where the class was withdrawn. One of the class went to America. After 6 months in operation, number 6000 was shipped to North America in August 19 1927 to join the Baltimore and Hawaii celebrations, where its sleek appeal and smooth performance impressed all who witnessed it. King George V was presented with a brass bell and cabside memorabilia to mark the occasion. The application of pressured oil lubrication shown its advantage over large greasy lubrication the American locomotives were using, and later the B&O incorporated this oil in their design. Here is some information on the class. The power type is steam. Designer is Charles Collett. The builders are Swindon Works Great Western. The built date is 1927 to 28, and 20 were built. 1930 there were 10. 1936 there was 1. That equals a total of 31. The wheel configuration is a 460. They are standard gauge. The fuel type is coal. Cylinders 4, 2 inside, 2 outside. They operated under the Great Western Railway and the British region of the Great Western Railway. The class is a 6000 or King. The power class is a Great Western is special. The BR is 8P. The official name is King class. The axle load is double red by the Great Western. Withdrawal 1 in 1936 and in 1962 30. There is 3 preserved. The rest are scrapped. The ones that are preserved are 6000, 6023 and 6024. Here is some information on the loco I just looked at. It's Great Western and the BR number is 6029. Its original built name is King Stephen, but it was renamed on May 1936 to King Edward VIII. It was built on the 31st of the 8th, 1930 at Swindon Works. Its 1948 shed code is 38D Plymouth Law. I believe that's what it says. And the last shed code is 81A Old Oak Common. It was withdrawn on the 31st of the 7th, 1962 at Cashmore in Newport. It was cut up on the 30th of the 11th, 1962. Here is some brief information on Stephen, the King of England. Stephen was born in Etienne in France between 1092 and 1096. The 25th of October 1154, often referred to as Stephen of Boulogne, was the King of England from 1135 to his death, as well as being the Court of Boulogne from 1125 until 1147, and the Duke of Normandy from 1135 until 1144. Stephen's reign was marked by anarchy, a civil war with his cousin and his rival, the Empress of Moldova. He was succeeded by the son, Henry II, the first of the Angevin kings. Stephen's coronation was on the 22nd of December, 1135. He preceded Henry or Matilda. His successor was Henry II. Stephen died on the 25th of October, 1154 in Dover, Kent, England. He was buried at Fairfisham Abbey in Kent, in England. His father is Stephen, Court of Boulogne, and his mother is Adelaide of Normandy. So yeah, guys, that's it on the tracks. Next up is going to be going across the points there, just to give you a test of what it's like, because there's quite a few points. So yeah, here goes. So yeah guys, that one did pretty good. I expect it to really, being a 2000 loco, one of Hornby's better ranges in my opinion. Better than today's anyway. So yeah, it managed them points pretty well. Next up is some slow speed running. But before that, I'll show you the cab. Like I mentioned in detail, there's nothing there. No. So here goes some slow speed running. No, that's pretty good. I probably could get it to go slow if I wanted to. So yeah guys, that's the end of the video. Overall it's a nice loco. Obviously it's from the year 2000-ish. And then like I said before, in my opinion, these are one of Hornby's better locos. Even the tender ones are pretty good. So yeah, overall, yeah, it's very nice. Details actually okay. I actually like the detail. I'm not too fussed about the lack of cab detail because you don't see it when it's running, in all fairness. So yeah, running with it we had the B12. This one's probably from the same era as well, and that one had a mixture of Royal Mail and milk wagon at the back. Something I nicked off Barry Davis's channel. Hope he doesn't mind. In the shed we have the streamlined version of the King over there. We have a Star Class, which hardly gets any shown on my channel. And in the shed we have a 72XX. And then we have some beer wagons. We have 4 actually. 4 beer wagons. So yeah guys, that's it overall. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, it's goodbye from these beauties, and it's goodbye from me. Bye.